Welcome to CBS Evening News Plus. I'm John Dickerson. Since the start of his second term, Donald Trump has launched the most sweeping reorganization of the executive branch in America's history. Joined by the world's richest man, Elon Musk, and the head of the Office of Management and Budget, the team has moved swiftly. Now, the courts are trying to slow that progress. Wei Zhang is at the White House with the latest developments. Nearly 50 lawsuits have been filed, but Vice President J.D. Vance says they're without merit and that judges can't control what he calls the executive branch's legitimate powers. It's not just a debate about specific actions taken, but the original design of American government. We'll check in with legal contributor Jessica Levinson. And our in-depth focus tonight is on America's under-vaccinated communities. A Florida mother tells Manuel Bojorquez why her daughter has not had her childhood shots, while a pediatrician warns that this is how epidemics start. Those stories and more right after our news headlines. President Trump put a 25% import tax on all steel and aluminum entering the United States. The tariffs will have the biggest impact on Canada, a major supplier of both metals.
There is no tariff, zero. So if it's made in the United States, there is no tariff.
There are renewed concerns about Pope Francis's health after breathing problems caused by bronchitis forced him to have an aide finish reading his homily during Mass. The Pope, now 88 years old, has suffered 2 falls in recent months. He had part of a lung removed when he was a teenager. And in Guatemala, more than 50 people, including children, were killed when their bus was involved in a multi-vehicle crash and fell more than 100 feet from a bridge. We start tonight on President Trump's idea to entice 2 million federal workers to leave their jobs early. It's an idea similar to one Elon Musk used at Twitter. The plan was delayed by a judge last week, and today the Boston judge delayed it again. CBS senior White House and political correspondent Wei Zhang has been following the latest developments. And Wei, let's just start. Give us the latest on this case and what the White House is saying about it.
Well, John, it is great to be with you. Well, right now we are still waiting to hear what the judge's ruling is going to be.
Now, here are 3 things to know. Hawaii's Supreme Court ruled today that insurance companies cannot block a proposed $4 billion settlement related to the devastating 2023 Maui wildfire. The fire killed more than 100 people and destroyed thousands of homes and businesses. Hawaiian Electric and other entities blamed for causing the fire had agreed to the settlement. However, insurance companies opposed it because they wanted to preserve their right to sue these companies to recover money that they'd already paid out to policyholders. The Justice Department is moving to drop the government's corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. A judge would have to approve the move. Adams last year was indicted on 5 counts, including bribery. He pleaded not guilty. And Crayola would like customers to wax nostalgic. The company is bringing 8 of its former crayon colors out of retirement. That number 8 is significant since the first box in 1903 had only 8 colors in total. Lemon yellow is the only returning entry from that first era. Other hues brought back to light the imagination of young people for a limited time only. Blizzard blue, magic mint, and raw umber. When CBS Evening News Plus returns, we explore the questions surrounding the development of artificial superintelligence and what that means for humanity. The interview is next. This week marks 29 years since an epic man versus machine battle. It's when IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue, beat Garry Kasparov, the world's best chess player, in 37 moves. Kasparov eventually prevailed in the 6-game series. But the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence raises questions about the possible battle royale to come. For tonight's interview, Christopher DiCarlo, author of a new book, Building a God, warns about the consequences of living without technological guardrails. Christopher, there's more to come on CBS Evening Plus, including our in-depth report on childhood vaccinations. Health officials in western Texas are trying to contain a measles outbreak among mostly school-aged children. Officials have confirmed at least 15 cases. It's the latest outbreak of a disease which had been virtually eliminated in the United States, and it comes as vaccination rates are declining. CBS's Manny Bojorquez takes an in-depth look at the impact of the under-vaccinated. When we come back, I'll have some thoughts on the power of believing in an idea, including belief. When we think about television shows and space exploration is usually the topic of television shows. So it was striking recently to see a TV show appear in space. It reminds us why we explore and admire astronauts. It's not just what they do and where they go, but the way they do it. And that's all for the CBS Evening News Plus. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Dickerson. Good night.